Alrighty, horsepower addicts, I have something to show you. So this, we are very proud to present on behalf of a local Lime Rock instructor and a good friend, fantastic gentleman, this absolutely stunning 1968 Camaro that has been specified to basically a pro street style build. And I gotta say, this is no backyard build. This is insanely well built, super, super high attention to detail. We've driven it on the street a few times and it is just an absolute thrill. It's loud, it's fast, it's usable, and most of all, it's in amazing condition. Everything you look at has been done professionally. The paint is gorgeous. The interior is in amazing shape. Overall, the car just presents stunningly. Now, a few really fun, quick facts about the car. It is powered by a 565 cubic inch V8 built by Billy the Kid, a renowned race engine builder. And this car is making just ever so slightly shy of 800 horsepower on pump gas. We're not running ethanol here. We're not running methanol. It's not a meth head. It's literally just a pump gas powered car, and it hauls. It is so crazy. This thing is so muscular, so fast, yet pretty forgiving as a street car. The owner has actually never had it on track. It's got an alleged quarter-mile time. I forget off the top of my head, but we can post that in the comments. Also got a dyno sheet. Just fantastic. And just to go over a few things that I absolutely love about it, I love the wheel and tire setup. You've also got your Weld racing wheels, the bead locks here. I mean, just really, really cool. The exhaust system is super, super, super loud. You have your smaller steering wheel. You have your turbo 400 3-speed transmission. You've got the cage and all of the supporting modifications that make this car hook up like nobody's business. I'm not gonna even try to go over everything off the top of my head that this car has fitted to it currently, because I will definitely mess it up. I am not a muscle car expert. I'm actually more of a European car savant, so to speak, but have a huge appreciation for these super powerful, rotted out American muscle cars. And yeah, all of that information is in the listing. There's, again, just so much to list, but the car also comes with some fantastic spares, basically a full extra set of wheels and tires, some exhaust bits, some transmission bits, all pictured in the gallery. Again, I will probably butcher the explanations of each individual item. So if you do have questions about something specifically, just let us know in the comments. And again, everything is pictured in the gallery. I believe there's over 500 photographs of the car, the undersides, the rolling shots, the stationary shots, the photos of the extra gizmos and gadgets. But yeah, just an absolutely stunning car. So first things first, we will do a cosmetic overview of the exterior, as is standard. Basically, the point of these videos, in our opinion, and the reason why we do them, the reason why they're so long, is because obviously most of you will be bidding sight unseen. Bring a Trailer is a national platform, so we want to give you guys as clear of a picture on not only the cosmetic condition of the car, but also the mechanical condition of the car as we physically can. So we'll do a full lap of the exterior, we'll do a full lap of the interior, the trunk, the engine bay, and then of course we'll get her out on the road and go for a drive. So up first, we'll just do a quick cosmetic overview, do a quick lap of the car, starting with the front. We'll hit the interior, hit the engine bay, hit the trunk, cold start, and hit the road. Starting up front, passenger side, you've got your dual headlight setup with your auxiliary lights here. Glass, very nice. No chips, dings, dents, or scratches. Obviously this cowl here, and we did shoot a small part of the driving video already, the rolling shots. There's a couple bug splats there, but we also just have a very, very, very small paint touch-up there and there, but otherwise, passenger side of the front end of the car is in fantastic shape. The chrome is really nice. There is just a small scratch in the chrome here, but otherwise really, really good. And then below, you've got what I would refer to as like your diffuser slash cow catcher, which is in really nice shape. The grill's in really nice shape. Love these 68 Camaro front ends. They're very imposing, very aggressive looking. The chrome inlays surrounding the grill also in really nice shape. No other paint touch-ups that I see on the front end. It's not rock chipped up. Overall, it's in really, really nice shape. Same with the driver side of the front end. Headlight, auxiliary light, chrome, your cow catcher diffuser down here, all looking really, really good. Coming up top on the driver's side, the paint, you've obviously got your dual stripes here, which look fantastic in my opinion. Little bumblebee speck here. This massive induction cowl, I guess one would call that. Again, please don't roast me for what I refer to things as. I'm sure this type of hood has a very specific name, but again, just really an induction cowl. Obviously, there's a hole here, so there's, you know, airflow going in through the scoop, reverse, hitting the windshield, coming in and into, obviously, your engine. There is just, I would say this is probably the worst exterior flaw. Overall, the car's really good, but just a small bit of paint missing there. Coming down below, the front quarter in front of the wheel on the driver's side's in great shape. Got your marker light here. The paint is super uniform and looks fantastic. Sorry about that, folks. Ran out of memory on the old iPhone there. But back at it again, you have these Hoosier, really narrow drag fronts, which again, function pretty well in the street. And obviously a stud setup here on these Weld racing wheels. The wheel itself is in fantastic shape. And then you get these pretty sweet discs up front with a, looks like a single piston maybe caliber, might be a dual piston. But the stopping power on this car is definitely more than enough. These are 27 by 45 by 15s, and I'm gonna try and find a date code somewhere on them, but I don't think these might be pre-date code. Not sure about the date code, but again, no dry rotting, no cracking. We have driven them on the street without an issue, so, you know, pretty solid overall with the tires there. I don't think we'll be able to find a date code, unfortunately. But moving on, the rear half of the front quarter also just in fantastic shape. You can tell a lot about paint by actually touching it, and this paint is very, very smooth, not any imperfections in the clear coat or anything like that. No road debris kicked up on the lower section there. No rock chips. Looks really, really nice. Really uniform hue here. Your door gaps are also super, super uniform, which is great. Obviously, you're not dealing with a twisted chassis or anything like that. You also still get your wipers, even though this is a drag car, and obviously very clean A-pillars here. Windshield is also crystal clear, and all your chrome inlays surrounding the windshield are also in fantastic shape. There is just a little dent there on that chrome trim piece, but otherwise really, really nice. And the front section of the roof also just fantastic shape. Your rain rails look great, all that good stuff. The glass on the driver door, also really, really nice. Same with that rear quarter window. No fading, no scratching, no issues with clarity or anything like that. I'm actually just using it as a mirror at this point. You've got your chrome mirror as well on the driver's side, which is also in great shape. And then the driver door, also just in fantastic shape. We've got a little bug there who went there now. But overall, yeah, really, really nice. Not seeing any flaws on the driver door. It's literally just a tiny chip here on that driver rocker panel, but otherwise so, so, so nice. This is very rare to see a car that's built like this in this good of condition. It's in fantastic shape. The rear section of the roof also in really nice shape, and you get this nice wide C-pillar, very aggressive looking body on this car. Coming down below, we've got the front of the rear driver quarter panel, also just in fantastic shape. Not seeing any flaws there, even on the lower rocker panel. Really, really nice. And then of course you've got these massive Hoosier QuickTime Pros, which are just massive and grip this thing, make this thing grip up like nobody's business. I do see a DOT J7X3. I'm not used to that kind of date code. So again, I'm not going to try to decipher that. But assume that the tires are on the older-ish side. Obviously, they're fine, perfectly capable of street driving. But if you're going to be, I don't think anyone's going to be daily driving this, but if you did want to, you'd probably have a decent amount of life left on these. You also get the beadlock weld racing wheels, again, with the studs, and that looks like maybe a spacer in the inside there with rear discs, I might add. Very, very nice to see. Stopping power, again, is plenty. You also have these gorgeous fenders. They look like they're a little bit flared out here, and the fitment on this car is just fantastic, by the way, I must say. Really, really nice. Coming now to the rear window, looking at all the chrome trim is just in fantastic shape. It's not elevated or delaminating, and actually the rear window itself is crystal clear. It's a little windy out, so we keep getting little leaflets coming out here and landing on the car. But again, in the rear, no paint imperfections. There's a tiny little crack here on the body line, but otherwise, I mean, very commonplace to see a paint crack. Really, really nice shape. And even the number one place to see paint degradation, obviously behind the wheel, since things get thrown up over time. But in this case, the car is in perfect condition, just a little bit of road debris there, but no chips, dings, dents, or scratches. And then of course you have your tiny little marker light and another bug. Go away, please. Really, really nice. So coming up top, you have your little spoiler here. You have the trunk lid, also in really, really nice shape. You've got your chrome bumper, your chrome inlays in your rear tail lights and reverse lights, which are all in fantastic shape. That rear bumper looks great, and even down below on the body, also in fantastic shape. Both tail lights are really, really nice. No cracking or delamination or fading or anything like that. The rear spoiler on the rear side of the spoiler also looks really nice. Your trunk keyhole also in great shape. Typically, you'll miss the keyhole and start to see scratching in the surrounding areas. Not the case here. Obviously, ownership has been very careful with this car, as have we, to maintain its fantastic cosmetic condition. Now, coming around to the passenger side, obviously you have your kill switch here, and this does have a dual battery setup, in addition to the passenger side of the trunk lid, which is in fantastic shape, just like the driver. Both your taillights and the chrome trim surrounding, also exactly what you'd want to see. Really, really nice, free of any flaws, and even down below, we are in really nice shape. And of course, the chrome bumper, little tiny bumper here, is also really, really nice. Not seeing any flaws. So starting up higher on the passenger side, we've got the passenger side of the rear windshield, rear window, which is in great shape. Again, all your chrome trim is uniform. It's not popping up or delaminating. There's no major gaps or anything like that. Honestly, exactly what you'd want to see. And then of course the window itself, nice and crystal clear. This part here, I guess this is the cowl, or so to speak, the rear cowl. Very nice. And just again, tiny, tiny little hairline fracture in the paint there, which is very standard to see on these muscle cars. Just did a 68 Chevelle, same thing. Anytime there's that indented body line, you typically start to see that. Now coming down below, same story. Of course, you start to see a lot of road debris kicked up that will degrade the paint over time, but not the case here. I do see a little bit of orange peel in this section, but otherwise really, really nice. Not, any stone chips or anything like that. Again, just a little bit of road debris there from the first part of the driving video. Then, of course, you have your Hoosier QuickTime Pros on the passenger side. This is showing 4713. So assuming that these are from 2013 would be my guess. And then your Weld racing wheels with the bead locks. Of course, no curbing on these, because how could you? You've got such a thick sidewall there that extends out past the outer lip of the wheel. And then of course your studs and your disc brakes in the rear, which are great to see. Again, the stopping power on this car is substantial. Fenders look great, really, really nice shape, nice sharp edges there on the fender. And of course the body lines are in amazing shape. No paint problems that I'm seeing whatsoever. The passenger side of the roof, again, excuse the wind. We just have, these little things keep blowing onto the car like bugs. Thank you. Go away. Get out of the screen. Wow, very buggy today. Really nice shape. Really, really nice shape. We also have a pine needle here, which I will remove, please. Thank you. Again, really, really nice. Coming forward of that rear passenger wheel, also in really, really nice shape. Again, the paint on this car is just so uniform, so fantastic looking. Really, really nice paint job on this thing. Really, really good. Not seeing any flaws there. Looking at the door gaps, also very uniform. Nothing that causes concern. Your keyhole, your door handle look great. Your quarter window looks great. Your passenger window in really, really nice, crystal clear shape. The front of the roof on the passenger side, also in fantastic shape. All your rain rails, exactly what you want to see. Of course, your passenger side mirror, a little bit of fading in the chrome, but otherwise really, really good. And the reflective mirror part is also in nice shape. As for the passenger side door, looks fantastic. Not seeing any problems there. The paint is super uniform, no road debris, no problems with rock chips or dings or dents or anything like that. No bubbling. Very, very good. And even down to the lower rocker panel here in fantastic shape. So last but not least, coming to the front passenger side quarter, we'll start with the passenger side of the windshield, which again, in fantastic shape. And I actually think I was mistaken over there because we have that same, I pointed out earlier that there was a quote unquote dent in this chrome trim piece, but I actually think that that is just how it's supposed to be. It's almost exactly like it is on the other side. So please forgive me for that mistake. There is no flaw in this lower cowl chrome trim piece. That is just the way it is molded. So very good to see that that's not a flaw. Wipers are in great shape. Door gaps on the passenger side, again, very nice, very uniform. Absolutely love to see that. And then again, last but not least, we have the front quarter, nice long quarter here. Really, really good behind this passenger front wheel. No degradation that I'm seeing in the paint, no chips, dings, dents, or scratches. And of course, your Hoosiers on your weld forged wheels up front with your pretty solid and sizable disc brakes and your studs up front on the passenger side. Really, really good. Coming up top to the passenger side of the hood in fantastic shape. Again, you have these really flattering stripes, no scratches on the hood or this side of the passenger quarter panel. The hood gaps are really nice and uniform and flush. And then last but not least, again, I won't say that again, but the outside of the passenger front quarter. I know we talked about the headlight already, but this side looks really, really good. You've got your marker light, you've got the wraparound chrome bumper, which is in great shape, and you've got the lower end here. No rock chips, no dings, dents, or scratches that I'm seeing. Really, really pleased to see that. So now we'll head around to the interior, check out the trunk, check out the engine bay, fire up a cold start, and hit the road. Alrighty, so now for the interior. Very clean. Of course, you've got your harnesses, your racing style seats, but standard door cards, and everything is in fantastic shape. You've got this actually, like, it's a substantial cage, obviously, but you don't have the horizontal bar, although you can put one in, and we do have the netting that does come included in the sale. Of course, you have a rear seat delete with that custom kind of bulkhead in the back. Looking at the wheel arches, they're in great shape. I love this sort of undersized steering wheel. And then, of course, your Turbo 400 3-speed transmission there with your additional gauges, all that good stuff. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. So now we will run around to the trunk now that I've got the keys, and it does come with 3 keys here. I believe 1 for ignition and maybe 2 for the trunk. I will test them both. Actually, it might be 2 ignition, 1 trunk. My apologies. But anyways, here we go. So that's the wrong key. Trial and error here. All right, 3rd time's the charm. Okay, hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, this one. One more. There we go. I don't know how that took me so many tries, but that's the one. I might put a Sharpie on that just to note. So anyways, you've got your fuel cell here. Really, really nice. Dual battery setup, of course, with the kill switch and all that good stuff. So this car is track ready. And notice all of the fantastically clean metal work, your fender liners, all that stuff, really, really clean. The cage extends all the way through that rear bulkhead. Just really nice craftsmanship on this car. The wires are clean. It's not, you know, a tangly mess here. Everything is done very, very, very professionally. And we love to see this quality of craftsmanship. Sorry, there we go. Now for the passenger side, again, same story, really, really clean interior. The carpeting's in fantastic shape. The door card, the seat, the dashboard, even the headliner is really, really nice. That black headliner looks fantastic. And a nice, simple dash. The glove box has been deleted, although the glove box cover is still very much there. And now, for the fun part, the piece de resistance. Now, if I can remember, here it is. There we go. Of course, we want to be careful not to scratch anything. Look at that. 565 cubic inch V8 built by Billy the Kid. Obviously, you've got your stickers there. Again, just a really clean setup here. The wires are extremely well organized. All of your braided lines, really just incredible to see this level of craftsmanship. And this baby is, yes, pumping out just shy of 800 horsepower on pump gas. You've also got your dual fan setup on the radiator, keeping it nice and cool. Really just a very well-built car. You also have your cage rails or your frame supports, your additional stiffness extending here through the firewall and directly onto the frame of the car. So again, the craftsmanship on this thing is just incredible. Really, really nice. And you've still got your wipers. There's your wiper setup there. Really, really, really nice to see. And yes, just super impressed by the attention to detail on this build. Really, no stone left unturned, no corners cut. By no means a backyard build. So now, for the fun part, we're gonna fire it up, do a little cold start, and hit the road. Alrighty, quick cold start on the Camaro. Water temp, oil temp. Yeah. Alrighty, so I hope you all can hear me, but here we are in the cockpit, idling at about 1,000 RPM, 35,256 on the odometer. We've got about half a tank here. Our oil pressure is good. Our water temp is coming up. We've also got our auxiliary fans here. I'll do the washer and wiper. Look at that, working perfectly. Lights obviously are up front, but we can confirm that those work. And that's pretty much it. Obviously, you've got roll down windows, very simple system there, and a big old racing harness that I'm just gonna sit on for now. But yeah, really, really nice. So without further ado, we'll go neutral. So we start to roll, then there's reverse, here's first, and we'll rock and roll. One more. No power steering, I don't think. Very nice. Wow. Very fun. Wow. Very loud machine. So first is actually at the bottom. So there's third all the way at the top. Go down to second again. First. Very nice, nice and easy. It's loud, it's loud. I feel like no one's gonna be able to hear me. But yeah, I mean, here we are cruising. I'm not getting a reading on the speedometer, but this feels like about 50 miles an hour. It's zippy even in third gear. Drop it down one. Oh my God, it's really fast. And it's nice in third gear. It's pretty drivable. Wow, wow. And that naturally aspirated power is so impressive. There's no boost lag. It's immediate power. Oh my gosh, what a blast. There's second, and the transmission shifts perfectly, absolutely perfectly. Hit it again. And you get your shift light as well. Wow, wow. It's an absolute monster, such a monster. I've maybe given it, I don't know, maybe 50 to 60% throttle. I'll try to give it full throttle. Wow, wow, it is so fast. It is so fast. Oh my God. Wow, wow. And you really feel the front end lift up. I mean, that front comes up big time, big time. Drop down a second here. Wow, that is really something. That is really something. First gear. Okay, I'll go. Try to make a U-turn here. Wow, this is insane, this car. Wow, wow, wow. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's just ridiculous. I'm blown away. But then, when you want to cruise, I mean, yeah, it's loud, but it's pretty comfortable. It's actually quite comfortable. And I'm sitting on the harness right now. It should not be very comfortable, but I'm very impressed with the ride quality. I mean, obviously you have very pillowy tires, so it kind of glides and bounces along. But yeah, I mean, then when it's time to go, drop a gear. Wow, wow. All right, that was full throttle. That was full throttle. That is insane. It's honestly terrifying. Yeah, this is a really fast car. This is a really, 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 really fast car. No doubt about it. Wow. Wow. I mean, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. Wow. So yes, overall, I can hardly hear myself think, but overall, what a blast. I mean, this is just incredible. This is such a unique car to drive. And yeah, we're cruising along here. It's nice and comfortable. We've turned all our auxiliary fans on. Our water temperature is dropping quickly. And yeah, it stays nice and cool. It's very easy to shift. It's actually pretty easy to drive even. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's not too complicated. It is very, 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 very fast. And if you're not careful, you can get yourself into some trouble for sure. But yeah, I mean, it does everything that it should, and it does it with ease. It's a very fast car that you can drive on the street, no problem. It's very impressive. It's very impressive. So, just coming back up to the shop here, feeling good. Really fun car to drive, and I'll save it for. I'll save my outro until we get in the driveway and I can turn the car off, because I have a feeling you guys aren't going to be able to hear me much, or haven't been able to hear me much pretty much this whole time. So here we are. Wow. Wow. I'm at a loss for words. I'm at a loss for words. Complete loss for words. But we'll shut it off here. I'm going to put it all the way here in park. So hit the button all the way forward for park. Transmission works so well. And yeah, just a fantastic car. Super happy with it. It's a pleasure to drive, and I'm honored that the owner has chosen us to represent it on his behalf. And yeah, just a really unique vehicle, really, really well built. And that should cover everything. If there's anything that we missed, please let us know. We're happy to post an additional video, additional comments, whatever you may want to see, but that should cover everything. And thank you all so much for watching.